Hi, what's up, everybody? So today is my third day doing Hot Shot, and I guess I'm gonna come up here and just talk about the things that I've learned so far in these 3 days. Talk about what things that I've done that I probably didn't need to do. I don't know if anybody's out here that's thinking about starting a hot shot or anything like that, but if you guys think like I think, I kind of overthink things, because my mindset is like prepare for the worst but pray for the best. So big things that I was taking in consideration was how I spend money while I'm on the road. I know a lot of money usually comes from food and fuel, which fuel is definitely, I knew fuel was gonna be like this. I haven't really spent much money on food because of the things that I eat. I had a bunch of walnuts, cashews, cran raisins and things like that. So I spent money mostly on fruit. I have coconut water. I purchased coconut water and I bring that with me. I have this little cooler pouch that I can fit all of them in, and I just buy ice to keep them cold. But food hasn't really been expensive for me. I do think I bought too much food. So when I get back home, I'll do some adjusting. That way I know I can pack less and have more room in my vehicle. One thing that I think is important for me to talk about is networking. Networking is a must. By it being my third day out here, I've seen a lot of Black African American drivers, truck drivers, hot shot drivers, and when I seen them, I viewed them as me, and I asked them like, hey, this is my second or third day doing hot shot. You got any advice for me? And there was a gentleman that I asked this to, Black man. We was at the gas station. I pulled in the gas station because diesel was like $3.88. That's cheap, and I was like, I gotta get it. So I just went in there and asked to get fuel, and I seen him, went in the restroom, came out, I seen him leaving. I was like, man, I'm just taking a chance, man. It was raining, and I really appreciate him. Shout outs to him. His name is Tim. The information he gave me was golden. I mean, golden information. And even if I can't do it now, because I have that information in my back pocket, I guarantee you 1 or 2 years from now, I would be, very successful in using the information that he provided for me. And I'm grateful, man. I really am, man. The trucking industry, our people are heavy in the trucking industry. I hear a lot about Facebook pages and Instagram pages of trucking or logistics, and there's just a lot of Black people, or if you consider yourself African American, Israelite, Hebrew, whatever, there's a lot of our people out there in this industry And I would encourage anyone to talk to someone, you know, that is just like you, that's in the industry that you're in. This man hooked me up. I mean, gave me some golden information. And I was just like, wow, man, if I never had that courage to go out there and ask him, I wouldn't have got that information. So it's very important to network, very important. And for my personal opinion, I do believe that the reason why our people are so willing to help our people in this industry is because we all trying to make it. You know, a lot of people know, like, yeah, there's money in HOTSHOT, but you know, sometimes it's not about the money. It's about the freedom of being your own boss. It's about being able to take off without, you know, going through hoops and jumps and lines, you know, a hierarchy or, you know, bosses and stuff like that. So, I mean, I would encourage anybody to try to be, you know, an entrepreneur. But, you know, this business is definitely not for the weak, especially, you know, involving time. And, you know, you have people that are not that smart that's on the road. You got to be a quick thinker, because in a moment's notice, you know, something can happen. I was driving today. I picked up a load from Memphis, Tennessee, taking it to Panama, Florida. And when I was switching lanes, I was looking in my right side mirror, and all of a sudden I seen a big tire in the road. You gotta make, within split seconds, you gotta be able to make decisions that'll, you know, save your life, not endanger anyone else. And of course, you gotta keep your equipment, you know, safe. You know, you don't want no damage to your equipment, because stuff like that's hitting your pockets. And you always want to keep what people call your overhead. It's basically stuff, you know, out-of-pocket expenses and stuff like that. You want to keep your overhead low by any means. But you know, yet again, networking, that networking really worked in my favor, and I'm grateful for it. I did not expect to get that much information. I did think it was going to be like, oh, you know, something along the lines of, make sure you keep, you know, keep extra straps on you, or have this type of chains and this, that. But no, I mean, you know, just a little bit of what we talked about. But he talked about wide loads, you know, how to get them. He asked me where I was from, and the area which I told him I'm from. He said, you know, that's a good area. Where I'm from, there are 7 states that touch the area, the region that I live in. So I know it's freight out there. 7 states, come on. So yeah, he told me about wide loads. Gave me a couple of contacts, and you know, he really didn't have to do it. He didn't, but he gave me some. I ain't gonna give out all the secrets that he gave me, because he gave me some good stuff. I mean, man, I can't wait to go and tell my business partners about it, because, you know, sometimes they claim they want to be out here on the road, but you know, they don't want to get their CDLs and, you know, learn how to do all this stuff. Because from an outsider looking in, when you look at it, it's like, man, that looks hard. But once you actually know what you're doing, it's like, you know, it's slight work. But he gave me information that I could give people that, you know, want to get out here and be on the road, but be a part of what you have as far as you having a truck, but not wanting to be the driver. When I heard about that, I was like, man, I can put my business partner on, and it was amazing, and I am grateful for it. You know, all praises to the Most High God for allowing this to happen. And man, that's pretty much it. Other than, you know, simple stuff, you know, I learned that, you know, have extra straps. One of my straps got damaged today, and it wasn't a big cut, but just the fact that this is my 3rd day and I already got a cut strap, it's like, come on, bro. Like, this is what really happens all the time. So you're gonna have, you know, you'll have days like that. Today I was set back a little bit because there was this FedEx truck that was flat out in the middle of the road, tipped over, took up both lanes. And, you know, that set me back because, you know, when you're out here driving and you have your electronic log, sometimes you're not thinking, you know, you're not driving, you're sitting in traffic, and you can put, you can assign yourself to being just on duty instead of driving, because you only get a certain amount of time, you know, legally to drive. So, you know, stay focused. You got to stay focused. You got to know, you know, really know what you're doing out here. And I drove for a company that I worked for that I needed a CDL for, but this is my really first time being out here on the road, making sure everything is good. You know, all this responsibility is on me. Certain small things like paperwork, I do have a partner that helps me out with that, you know, back at home. Shout outs to him. And I have a very solid team that's supporting me back home. And, you know, shout outs to y'all too, because, you know, y'all really looking out for me. And I appreciate y'all, your prayers. Shout out to my mentor. And shout out to my dad too, man. I really want to say a shout out to my dad, man. My goal is to retire my dad. Well, not necessarily retire him, but I don't want him to work for anybody else anymore. I want him to rather, you know, work with family as a family business, make family money. And my dad gave me a lot of information on, like, you know, where to go when I want to rest, you know, try to avoid, you know, certain things, you know, like lizards, you know what I mean, stuff like that. In which I don't want, I'm not here for that. I don't want to be a part of it, and I hope I don't come across it. But, you know, I'm here on a mission. I got things to do. It's all business. You know, you can't have pleasure without handling business first. So I think that's all I need to cover for this this video. It's my first video. Welcome to the channel, and I hope you learned something. I hope I encourage you, and I'm gonna leave you with this quote. And this quote is from my mentor. I'll say his initials. Shout outs to SVT. For every minute wasted, $1 is lost. Y'all have a good one, man.